Yeah, I'm a little sick right now, so sorry if my voice sounds funny, but while I'm doing this, this is the only chance I'll probably ever get to do this, so this is CNN.
It's 8-bit, you little shit, that's right, punk. Just rage and quit, I don't care, don't give a fuck. It is time for me to go level up. It's 8-bit, you little shit, that's right, punk. Just rage and quit, I don't care, don't give a fuck. It is time for me to go level up.
Mega Man, classic series of games, grew up with them, I love these games. I love these games just as much as Mario, being a Nintendo boy at heart. I love a lot of the Mega Man games. This shit was classic, this shit was fire. So today I decided I'm gonna do a little bit of a retrospective, haven't done one of those in a while. Today we're gonna be talking about all the Mega Man games, and by that I mean the games that I have played, because I have not played every single Mega Man game out there. So what a lot of people actually don't realize is Mega Man started off as a DOS game on computer, and if you tell me that I'm wrong and that I didn't do my research, then fine by me, I don't give a fuck. But y'all remember DOS? Y'all remember the early days of computer games? You know, this is before nowadays where everybody gets their games on their computers and whatnot. No, this is the early days. This is back when people had floppy disks. This was like some 80s shit up in here. So this was the first Mega Man game ever created. It's a little primitive. It's very difficult to operate with a new computer and whatnot, especially since I played this shit on ROM. But overall, this game, it just comes off like a ripoff of Commander Keen. If you grew up with DOS and you grew up with old computer games, you probably remember Commander Keen. That shit was fire. This Mega Man game, not very good. Just comes off like a really poor man's version of Commander Keen. We see what you're doing, DOS. We see what you're doing, Amiga. We see what you're doing, Apple. We see what you're doing, Commodore. We know what you're doing. You ain't fucking slick. You can't fool me. So then they decided they was gonna take Mega Man over to the Nintendo ES, and that's when it started getting good. The first Mega Man game, which was originally called Rockman, or Crack Rockman as I grew up calling it, was the first in the series of games, where you're playing as a blue robot man and you're trying to take out all these evil robots and trying to stop the crazy ass Dr. Wily. The first game had 8 levels and each level got harder and harder, and I gotta say, this game, super difficult, but fucking fun to play. This was like the old school version of Cuphead, you know? Nowadays, kids play Cuphead. Before we had Cuphead, we had Mega Man 1 on NES. And it had awesome box art like this, which makes it look just a little too realistic. And I don't know, this shit don't look like it does in the game. If I grew up in the 80s and I saw this, I would be a little bit fucking disappointed. I would feel gypped. I mean, you got this awesome ass box art and then you see this. It's not the same thing. It's fucking night and day, boy. And then they made an awesome sequel, and this introduced even more awesome characters. All these new robot characters that you could play as. You know, you got Kite Man, you got Stash Man, you got Grass Man, you got Brock Sampson, you got Reducto, you got Skeletor. Mega Man 2 was a lot like the first Mega Man, but it's also a step up. It feels like they was really trying to make it even more difficult, and it feels like they was taking things in a slightly new direction while also staying true to the classics. And in that way, we gotta respect it. It's not as good as Mario 2, but Mega Man 2 still got a special place in my heart. And then you get to Mega Man 3, the original finale to the trilogy, and where it probably should have stopped. And while it's not as good as something like The Godfather Part 3, it's still a step up compared to Hangover Part 3, if you get what I'm saying. Throughout these games, they introduce a bunch of new characters, and we also start to establish a little bit more of Mega Man's backstory, most notably that he was created by a guy called Dr. Wright, or Dr. White, or Dr. Light. I grew up with these games. I don't even fucking remember these characters, bro. Good ass game, good way to end the trilogy, but then they decided to keep shit going. I don't even know why. Because the next game that we're gonna be talking about is one that they had on Sony, and I think they had this on N64. This is called, what the fuck is this called? Mega Man Apex Legends. Now, they was trying to take Mega Man in a new direction with this game, and I gotta say, me personally, maybe I'm blinded by nostalgia here, but I'm sorry. To me, this is hashtag not my Mega Man. All right, Mega Man is not some Final Fantasy pointy ass, hair ass fucking anime character, okay? This is not my Mega Man, all right? It's cool if you grew up with this Mega Man. This shit ain't Mega Man to me. They finally decided to move on from the 2D platformer, side-scroller kind of style of gaming, and they was trying to move it over to a 3D perspective, and there's a lot more open world kind of shit in this game. I just now looked up what that is. Open world shit is apparently like you can have characters interact with the world around them, so it's like obviously a ripoff of Minecraft, but I mean, you got shit in this game where it's like Mega Man can go shopping and you can like go into stores and interact with people, and it's, I don't know, it feels, I appreciate them trying to take things in a different direction, but I gotta say that shit's like D tier to me. I gotta say, not too big on this. So while they was making new Mega Man games on Nintendo consoles, you also had Sony chiming in and making these new Mega Man games, specifically Mega Man X, which tried to appeal more to that Legend style where they were trying to make it a little bit more like a 3D action platformer kind of shooter type of game. Just threw out a bunch of different words right there. I don't even know if that shit makes sense. It was introducing a bunch of new shit. This is personally when I kind of stopped caring about Mega Man. I know a lot of people were really into these games. I know a lot of people really like this era of Mega Man, and maybe it's just because I didn't grow up with it, but it's not really for me. But you know what? Finally started getting shit right. Nintendo decided, fuck it, we're gonna get shit back on track. Sega was trying to make a new Sonic game with Sonic 4, so they decided, you know what? We'll finally bring Mega Man back. We're gonna make Mega Man 9. And you know what? I gotta say, shit's way better than Mega Man 8. I'm sorry, I did not like that game, bro. Mega Man 9, on the other hand, this was on a bunch of different consoles, but for the most part, a lot of people seem to point to the Wii version because that was Nintendo's way of being like, look, Mega Man is coming to the Wii generation. I know a lot of people don't like it, but bro, this is my hot take right now. I dig this game, I really do. It really felt like a classic era NES kind of style Mega Man game. I really enjoyed it, man. I really, really liked this game. And I feel like if you liked the NES era, the old 2D side-scroller platformer kind of Mega Man, I think you get a kick out of it. The Wii controls kind of suck because it's a Wii game, so of course, but if you're able to get past that, if you can look past that, it's a pretty good game in my opinion, bruh. Mega Man, can we please get more Mega Man games? I want another Mega Man, dude. They put so much fucking work into these games. I want to see them do another one, even if it's not very good. At least fucking bring the guy back, damn it. Come on.
Little android man with scissors on his dome. Never trust the android, cause I got an iPhone.